welcome everybody to the Critical Misses channel and back to our wonderful stream for the evening. Last we left our intrepid coterie. They were tasked by one of the higher up second in commands and the current technical prince of Detroit and the greater metropolitan area, Edwin, to handle some business that was uniquely linked to their coterie. They were told and charged with dispatching Charlotte Bataille, a anarch toreador who had recently done a grave injustice to both the Camarilla and the anarchs alike. After reconvening with a mentor who had been missing in action for quite some time, the coterie met someone by the name of Joe Ashton, and they used their connections through an odd reference, point of contact, something known as the Vulture. After acquiring the blueprints from Joe Ashton and after a brief Malkavian sitting in session with Genevieve and Hypnos, the coterie made their way to the Detroit Institute of Arts. I'm going to do that every time, apparently, and proceeded to lay flame to several of the paintings inside. After they exited and their help for the evening left them, they were then, I don't know if horrified is the right word, shocked to see that Fee's limousine and the driver that takes them around, Mercedes, had both been attacked, seemingly by the Angler, one of Charlotte's closest allies. After waiting an evening and meeting up with Edwin to accrue a bit more information on what exactly Charlotte did, it turns out that Charlotte, in her haste to try and grasp at any amount of power she can, she sold out some of the secrets of kindred life to the Second Inquisition, which is the reason that an attack was launched on the Michigan Theater and Detroit as a whole. With this new information, the coterie had been officially assigned their contract to kill both Charlotte and the priest, as well as some additional help by the name of Agent 12, a kindred who had spent most of his unlife taking care of things of that nature. Using some of Fee's resources, a yacht was acquired, and they began to make their way across Lake Michigan to try and get to where Nick was holding Mercedes on the open water. After coming into contact with the angler, they noticed he had some strange behavior. He was odd, lovesick, but seemed mostly the same standoffish kind that he was prior to running into everyone else. Through the distraction of Ray, as well as some blood magics that were performed. Well, I say blood magics, as well as some disciplines that were used to convince the angler to move into an open shot. 12 did what 12 does, and the angler now rests at the bottom of the ocean. Fee, on the other hand, used their disciplines to manage to cross over to the other boat, scoop up Mercedes, and they and Ray managed to get off the boat before it exploded. Back on shore, the coterie was informed by 12 that there was someone else on the boat as well, someone seemingly matching the description of Charlotte, oddly enough. Taking their two for one and any suspicions that they might have had, the coterie began to make their way away from the scene until Genevieve was stopped and very happily questioned by the astral projection of Artreus, the Guru kindred hybrid that the coterie had met some weeks earlier. He expressed some concerns with the processes of feeding, and Genevieve attempted to ease those concerns as best she could, but has a feeling that this won't be the last time that Artreus is seen. So, picking up from there, uh, Ray sort of turns to you all and says, "Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I need to go talk to Edwin about something that I saw on the boat. So I'll talk to you guys later, Minerva. I'll see you when I get back to the apartment."
Okay. You sure you don't need a lift?
I think I can walk.
Rowan, I swear to God, every episode.
What? What? What's up?
It's
God
fun.
bless.
Yeah, I'm vibing. We're vibing.
So, as Ray sort of just skips off into the Detroit streets, apparently looking for Edwin, um, what would you all like to do? You begin to make your way back to your various havens. Um, and Fee, you have an appointment to keep, if I remember correctly. Um,
I listen, I have a lot going on right now.
Very true. Minerva. Well, we'll get to Minerva in a second. Genevieve. When you return to the Justine estate, you see that the director is upstairs in her office, and she appears to have several pictures in red twine spooled out and thumbtacked to the wall, and she appears to be adding to her wall of conspiracies. And after her having been gone for a interesting period of time, um, it's odd for her to be back.
I think I just sort of stand in the doorway for a little bit. So what happened?
The script played out how it was supposed to. And she pins a picture to the wall.
Who did that? Put you into Topor.
It was the werewolves, darling. I had to make myself bait, if that makes sense. We couldn't have Cassandra getting a state that would have been far worse. Had to be me. She sort of absent-mindedly adds another picture to the wall.
I sort of look at what she's making.
You see on the wall there is a picture of what looks to be this very finely dressed man with completely shorn hair, sort of this deep oak-colored skin, these fairly piercing yellow eyes, wearing a black suit and a red tie. And then below him, you see someone who's GNC and has their hair slicked back, and it drops back down to the nape of their neck or so. And they're wearing this sort of very flowy cardigan and a scarf. And then on the right-hand side, you see a picture of Ophelia herself, just sort of a stand-in photo. Above that, you see Edwin. And then underneath that, you see you see 5 pictures, and it is your coterie.
Plotting the next act?
Well, the next act, I think, began while I was away. You only have one more step, darling. It's almost time for you to move into the place you should have been so many years ago. She comes and puts her hands on your shoulder and says, "My, how you've grown." Well, off to bed. I will talk to you the next time the pale cold sun rises. And no sooner than then.
Um, I saw him again.
Who's that?
Um, Atreus, the little boy.
Really? He continues to reveal himself to you.
Seems to have taken a shine.
Interesting. Well, best hope no guru get too jealous of your relationship.
He's beginning to feed.
Oh, that's delightful. How is he taking it?
Not well.
To be expected. To be expected.
I think he needs one of our kind to help guide him in that.
Yes, I would suspect he does.
Good luck, though.
Interesting. Either way, best not to be around when the sun comes up. I will talk to you tomorrow, Genevieve.
Yes. Good night, Mummy dearest.
She shuffles off back to her room. And the camera pans out to Alicia. Where is Victoria headed? Is she headed back to hers or back to the King Estate?
He's going to head to the King Estate.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. And as you enter, you see that Edmund is sort of on the upper stairs side of things, just like shuffling through papers, sighing, pinching the bridge of his nose. Oh,
Hello, Edmund. Have you missed me?
how could I not? Now that you're here, none of this stuff is officially my problem anymore. So good luck with that. And he hands you an envelope of the day-to-day business.
Okay. She'll flip through it.
Okay. It's mostly reports on the assets that the King Estate has acquired, how everything's going. Businesses on the move. That tech startup company that threatened to be a bit of competition has been thoroughly gotten rid of. And there's a bit of a note under that says Lyman sends his regards to Madame Beaster. And yeah, it's just the local business report.
Got it. Well, one thing she's going to do is she's going to start getting all these assets out of Jackson's name and into hers.
Okay.
Because they're not his anymore.
So you spend the rest of the evening using all the access that you need to transfer the ownership of various bits of companies. And you've been taught by Jackson how to liquidate something without the kind being too suspicious. So you begin the process of Jackson King slowly selling off his stock in all of these various companies up to a controlling portion to yourself.
Excellent. And while she's at it, she'll send a quick text to Lyman, just kind of like, is your evening going well?
Okay. There is no response. But as Victoria begins her machinations sitting in the large chair of Jackson King, the camera backs out the window and lands gently on the outside of a club where Fee, I believe you have someone that you had set up a previous conversation with.
Yeah. So. Because see, at the end of last episode, I had a somewhat injured Mercedes. Let's say somewhat, a heavily injured Mercedes with me.
You do indeed.
Would she have wanted to go to a hospital, or would she have preferred me to call like a private doctor?
She would have recommended that she not go to a hospital in this state, as it would lead to too many questions. And y'all have Samisi that you can call to come check her out, make sure
Alright.
that she is where she's supposed to be.
I would have. Where would I have taken her? She has to live somewhere. I'll take her back to her
Okay.
house,
Okay.
right?
She is stationed in Detroit. So
Yeah.
she does have an apartment complex that you can drop her off at.
Yeah,
that
you
is,
have to. You sleep somewhere, right? When you're not at my
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, I do. I can here. And she leans forward and sort of tapped it into the address into the phone.
Thank you. And yeah, take her there. Get a private doctor. Cool. I have I have a meeting I have to get to. But-
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know if you need anything.
Thanks, Fee.
Yep, okay. Goodbye. Alright. Then we can flash over to the club.
And then you make your way over to the club. Describe the person who is standing outside of it for me.
Oh, she's outside? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Outside is a woman in her early 30s with very short, messy brown hair, standing about 5'8" or so, probably with definitely not club clothes on, probably whatever like business attire that she was wearing that day. And I'm the, person who said, yeah, let's meet at a club. Knowing
Okay.
full well that she does not really own club clothes.
And you see that she is sort of wearing this knitted jacket that she wraps close around herself until she sees you step out of the premium lift that you ordered, since your limousine is in need of repairs. And she says, hi.
Hey, Mal.
Hi, Fee. What's what's up? What do you want to talk about?
I don't. I've got some new pieces I finished. That need sold somewhere. So.
Okay. I can call Tara and tell her to come pick the pieces up.
Cool.
Are you not cold?
You have.
Do you guys not get cold? Is that not a thing?
Not frequently, no.
It is freezing.
Do you have a place to stay, or do you?
Yes, Fee. I have somewhere to stay.
Okay. We could go back there. We could go back to my place. I think there might still be someone at my place.
Why does that not
Why?
surprise me?
No, not. Uh, no, it doesn't matter. Um, let's go. Let's go back to your place.
Man, Fee. I mean, you had me come all the way up here from Chicago, and then you canceled on me the first night. And now you're
I
telling me you wanted to talk about paintings, and now you want to go back to my place?
I'm I am actually very. Listen, last night, not my fault. Something important came up. I
Oh,
couldn't say
right. Of
no.
course. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't there
I,
always?
if there are certain people who, if I say no to, bad things happen. I don't like it any more than you do.
All right. All right. Go get in the car. And she sort of unlocks this very nice all black Tesla that she drives.
Goes to like reaches for the back seat for a second, then just, no, goes in the passenger seat.
And she lets you sit in the car for a few minutes and just smokes outside of it. She looks tired.
Yeah.
And you both get into the car and make your way back to her very she doesn't have the nicest Airbnb. It's nice, but it's function over form for sure. While she's up in Detroit, uh, and yeah, you both go into the Airbnb. Is there anything in particular you wanted to discuss over the night?
Um. Yeah, Fee just wanted to get sort of a general like, that thing you do when you're trying to catch up with someone, but you have no idea what's going on in their life. They're just like, how are things?
Mm-hmm. Uh,
That sort
she
of bullshit.
she responds in kind, mostly, um, and she is cold and distant for a bit. You can tell she's upset with you, but eventually, you're very charming, and she melts down a bit, and you all talk for a few hours. Um, she has some different wines that she sort of cracks open and has two or so glasses. Um, were you intending to ask if you could stay for the evening?
No, no. I would. Um, can you stay for just another day or two? I can pay for the room or the
It's
house.
paid for. Somehow I knew when I was ordering this Airbnb that I'd have to be up here for at least 5 days. So I'm in Detroit for a little while longer.
Eh, it's growing on me a little bit.
Hmm.
I've met some. Uh, I've met some interesting people. Yeah.
And she sort of, you're both at the uh, entryway of the door. She has one hand on it and just sort of sighs and says, I'm glad you're doing good, Fee.
I'm. Yeah, it's good to see you safe and.
Yeah. Um, well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes.
My sleep schedule's gonna be so fucked. All right. Bye, Fee. And she closes the door, and you're left standing on the porch.
Stand there for a solid 5 minute, like 2 or 3 minutes, and then just walk back
Okay.
to my apartment.
And
Some fresh
as
air.
you walk back, you do feel a bit more of an appreciation for the city of Detroit around you. The sort of soft hum of streetlights as you go, the low rumbles of cars from a few streets over. It's not all bad. And lastly, Minerva. You turn your key into the door, step into the apartment. You're tired. What would you like to do?
Is Petal still with me?
You go and check into yes, you would have taken him out of the car if you would like to keep him near you.
Yeah, I'll just walk in holding Petal. Okay, well, I guess it's just us for tonight. Today. Yeah. Just gently Kitty onto ground.
Alright.
Can I pull up my book?
Certainly.
I'd love to ask Isis some questions.
Okay.
So, do you know who did that painting, personally?
Yes. I do, in fact. I've never had explicit communication with him. Beings like myself aren't exactly granted that ability outside of with particular focusing measurements, such as my tome that you have.
Do you know where I could find him?
I could help him find you. If you had a place where you wanted to be, I could guide him. I'm afraid that I can't be as direct with others as I am with you.
Is it just... Are there other things like this book out there?
Not for myself.
Osiris?
What do you know about Osiris, young lady?
I'm sure you're aware that we met with them. I mean, the book was with us.
Yes, I was watching all of that. I don't know if they have the children of Osiris are interesting, to say the least.
And the cult of Set?
Osiris was at one point in time my husband. I do believe that the myths perpetuate such a strong love that perpetuated through decades and decades. Set was a petulant little monster hell-bent on destroying everything that Osiris had built. But that is not really of consequence. And you, Minerva, as you're in the middle of this conversation back and forth, you get a buzz on your phone. And you flip it open, and it's a Twitter notification.
That's so funny that you say that, because Kelsey literally just sent me something on Twitter right now.
You get a buzz and a Twitter notification. And you see that it is a study partner that you had for a little while in college. You guys didn't really keep into heavy contact with each other, but you exchanged numbers, more pleasantries than anything else. And it's a message that says, yo, didn't you used to live across the hall from this guy? I think he's lost his mind or something. And you see that there's a Twitch link attached to the message she sent.
Fuck. All right. Slap that Twitch link. What you got, Charlie? I'm gonna kill him.
Click it. And you see Charlie sitting behind a desk, and he's like, all right, Mallard Man, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. We reached our sub goal for the month, y'all. So I am nothing if I am not a man of my word. So let me tell you guys about the alien that lived across from me. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone who finds themselves inside and out of the gender spectrum, my name is D, and welcome to Under the Pale Cold Sun, Episode 8. Congratulations, you're an affiliate. And with me today, I have a entire cast of wonderful kindred. And firstly, we want to say always that we very much miss our other Malkavian, but will not be joining us for the evening, as is obvious by the fact that they are not currently here. But we hope you are very well, and we miss you lots. But going on to who we do have here, we first have our resident Toreador.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Rowan. You can find me online as at RedWhiteRP, and tonight I will be playing Fiorentino de Calza, as Dee put it, our resident Toreador. Both of our pronouns are they, them, and I'm going to throw it right down here to my friend Alicia.
Hello, that is me. I am Alicia, or Energy9 on Twitch, or Energy9 on Twitter. I'll be playing Victoria Beastale. And yeah, she's not up to anything at all. It's fine. It's not a hostile takeover if there's no competition.
Very true. And then we move on over.
Derby, I think.
Yes, to our lovely Tremere.
It's me, me nerd. I'm Darby, and today I'm playing Minerva, your resident dweeb and digger of secrets that maybe should not have been dug up. Pass to...
I got it.
Our fearless
I got the
leader.
ball. Hi.
Got the ball?
I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. And tonight I will be playing Genevieve Clark. Both our pronouns are she, they.
Wonderful. And I am D. I will be your master of ceremonies for the evening. So eventually that night ends. Minerva, once again, you are conscious throughout the entire evening.
Oh my god.
And Bo does not return. The house is yours.
Chugging blood. I want to get my hunger level down. Or up, down.
It would be down.
Down.
Yeah.
Just gotta
suck
in some blood bags while I watch Charlie stream.
All right. So you go back and watch the entire VOD?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first 2 or so hours of it is just Charlie playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare throwback game.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in particular. You see that through most of it, he is definitely teasing the story that they're going to have, that he has to tell, at least. and you see that he's not really close to his sub goal. He has like a solid base of followers who are subscribed, but his sub goal is he's about 50 off. You see that he put his sub goal pretty high for this story. And you see a username by the name of jking97 donate 50 gifted subs at a point in the stream, about halfway through.
Can I click on the profile?
Sure. It was created, you're about 2 hours into the stream. It was created 3 hours ago.
Can I text Victoria?
Certainly.
Screenshot it. Text Victoria. Hey, this was my neighbor's. This was someone on my neighbor's Twitch stream, but suddenly gifted 50 subs to kind of this mediocre white guy talking about me. Might be related to your sire? Send.
Okay. Victoria, you receive a message from Minerva as you're transferring assets.
Since I'm transferring assets, can I see any transactions like that via Twitch?
None on any of the credit cards that you have access to.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise you if Jackson simply had more, or
oh sure,
took out for
absolutely. I figured just on the off chance that he slipped up, figured I'd check.
Mm-hmm.
Text back. Interesting.
Thumbs up emoji. Is Charlie saying anything interesting, or is he
So
just...
when he goes to tell the story, he tells it as thus. All right, man. So we hit the sub goal once again. J King, thank you. Welcome to the fucking Charlie crew. So
wait, sorry. One thing I wanted to confirm real quick. Did Minerva actually say mediocre white man in the text? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Is Charlie Is Charlie a white man?
Charlie is white, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I would have said that.
Yeah.
In that case, she would have texted interesting. That's low even for him.
Thumbs up and a haha with tears.
And Charlie sort of sits down and goes, all right, let me tell you guys about this fucking lady. All right. So I first noticed her like around the campus. You know, I lived that college life. Go Lions. But she started being real weird. Like she was always like kind of like a nerd, you know, one of those really studious kinds. Sort of like Bella from Twilight. But what I did notice is that she started like missing all of her date classes. And I would ask the professors, you know, I asked Professor Page, and she was just like, oh, you know, some of us have had to reschedule to make our schedules fit, blah, 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 whatever, right? So then I start seeing her like go in and out, coming back at like 5 a.m. Weird, right? Because like she's a nerd, so she doesn't have a social life. I mean, what are you doing out so late? And so I catch several weird things go down in that apartment. Professor Page comes over at like 3 a.m. And at first I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, do you, girl, get those grades up, la, la, la. But what I do notice is that some weird older guy like knocks on her door, and he's like knocking on her door, right? And I'm like, the hell's going on? So, you know, I am nothing if not a gentleman. So I go to the door and I watch, just to make sure that no one's trying to like break into her apartment or anything fucking crazy. And I guess she wasn't there or something like that. So he like left a note on the door, and I was like, "Hey, do you know Minerva or something?" And he was like, this really old. He had an accent. I think he was from like Rome or some shit. I don't know. But what I do know is well, check it out. He bit me. And I don't exactly remember too much after that. But what I do remember now is that I can do these weird, like, so you guys know how I've been, I've just felt really energized in the night now. And I get kind of like a rash when I go out into the sun.
Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.
Oh my gosh. Jesus fucking Christ.
There's still another hour and a half of the stream left.
Better spam it with reports. Spam it.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, cats. Oh, cats. Oh, cats.
No, it's fine. We don't have anything else going on.
Holy
We can just go deal with this.
Frickin' the word. Oh yeah, we're spitting report, but
Say
I'm
he
texting
said one of the
Victoria like.
forbidden words that I won't actually say because it is actually against Twitch TOS. Say report that.
I'm like texting Victoria. Wait, he's breaking the mask. He's breaking the masquerade. He got bitten by someone. He got bitten. I'm gonna go kill him. I gotta go find him. I gotta go. And just like garbage, like grabbing the
Victoria
book.
at this point will call you
Yes, you too.
out of burner. Minerva. Minerva, calm down. Killing him gives credence to his story.
I'm not actually gonna kill him, but I'm just gonna like smack him around a little bit because oh my god, this absolute
Minerva.
idiot.
Minerva. Relax. This can be handled. You do some reporting, and I'll get my people to do the same. And while Victoria has Minerva on the phone, she's basically texting. She's like texting Warren, just like, get the stream down now.
Who are you texting?
Warren.
Okay.
Because Lyman didn't respond. So
that is correct.
I'm gonna message
Warren
Edwin.
Warren responds immediately and says, on it. You message Edwin. What do you say?
I'll tell Victoria. I'm gonna message Edwin like this. Hey, so you remember the apartment I used to live in? So like these are all like, hey, so
Right. Yes, absolutely. All separate texts.
So apparently someone bit my neighbor, and now he has turned, but doesn't seem to recognize that he has turned. But then he posted about it on his Twitch stream. He's breaking the masquerade and talking about all the things.
Edwin responds back fairly quickly and says, "Link?" ?
Slap that link. Victoria's trying to take down VOD.
Okay. Edwin sort of watches a few of the key moments and clips before the VOD is deleted and the account is suspended. Probably like 25 or so minutes after Warren is first told to get on it. And Edwin responds to you, Minerva. I am out of town for the next couple of days. This needs to be handled.
Handled like kill him, or handled like teach him things?
Handled, he responds.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna drop him off at my new apartment at the place you gave me, because we're just gonna. I'll figure it out.
Okay. He will send you the address and tell you where the key is hidden on the property.
Did you hang up on Victoria?
No, like texting
Okay.
speakerphone, like
Gotcha.
that.
All right.
It's funny to listen to Victoria because you're pretty sure you can hear Minerva tapping her phone rapidly, but she's also speaking out loud. So it's kind of like you're hearing a one-sided conversation while you're just sitting on the phone.
I imagine she's doing it for our My Hero Academia people. I imagine she's being Midoriya right now, just mumbling out loud, not realizing it. And so I think, so after Warren gets the stream down, just like, also text, also do a pickup of him. Basically like, find while he is, bring him to me.
And he responds with another thumbs up emoji. And he says, I can grab him in the morning. And he sort of takes a screenshot of the time and sends it to you, Victoria. Both you and Minerva do notice that the sun's coming up in like 35 minutes. You don't think there will be enough time to handle this tonight. But he says he'll grab him.
Yes. Grab which time. I'll handle it when I awaken again.
Cool. Thank you.
Minerva.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she doesn't tell you she's done that, by the way. She just does it. Minerva.
Mm-hmm.
Go to rest.
I'll do my darndest.
No. Go to rest. Now.
Yeah, okay. I will go into my bed.
Click.
Yep.
Click. Okay. Okay, I hate Charlie.
Okay. As you go into your bed, Petal is there, curled up at the foot of it, sort of looks up, walks over to your nightstand, just pushes a candle off.
Is that for a reason or
No. It just shoves it on the floor.
'Cause cat.
It's a cat. Okay, come here, Petal. I'm just gonna get into bed and just kind of scoop Petal onto my chest and just sort of.
Okay.
Do you know why I'm not sleeping, Petal?
Ow.
Okay. Just gonna. And I will try to, like.
Feeling the warmth of Petal on your chest, you do actually drift off and enter the sort of dream haze in between state that kindred are so oft known to go into.
Do my hunger and willpower go back to normal?
No. The blood you drank does mitigate your hunger. Your willpower does not refresh.
This is an interesting conundrum of which I will pry my book about later, but not while I'm finally snoozing.
All right. So the next evening comes, and you all are awake. Genevieve, you get a text message from Edwin that says, please help Minerva not fuck shit up. It doesn't actually say that. It would say something more like, Minerva will require your assistance. Make sure the whole coterie is in on this. It is important.
Oh God. I think it would be a phone call. I guess Genevieve is just gonna like very slowly 2-finger type anything I should know.
Baby.
New or Ray?
New.
Okay.
The text messages are very short, and there's sometimes a space of like 5 minutes in between them. You get the sense that Edwin is shooting this text as he's doing something else.
Great. Wonderful. All right, Mummy dearest, I'm off.
Okay, have fun.
Definitely won't be.
Hmm. And she just like is in her room preparing for the evening.
All right.
So where are you all? I'm assuming that your coterie has a group chat.
Mhm.
Where are you all meeting up?
Outside Minerva's old apartment?
Oh,
Uh,
Victoria's not
the,
meeting
the
you there.
crime scene.
No.
It's not crime anymore. There's no crime in the
so
dragons.
Minerva sort of throws that as a suggestion with a question mark in the group chat.
No. We can meet at the Jackson estate.
Okay.
All right.
Before I leave to do that, is Kira still in my apartment?
Sophie,
Oh, yeah, that's me.
you wake up and something smells fantastic.
Hmm.
And you step out into the living room, and you see pupils dilated, sort of clutching her side, and a what looks like a Desert Eagle type pistol, um, red accents, gold body, standing over the corpse of Special Agent Kara is Mercedes.
Um.
You know, at some point, I'm actually going to get a night off. And she collapses into your arms, unconscious.
Oh. Um. I'll text in the group chat. I'm gonna be a minute late. And call the doctor again and tell them to come to my apartment. Go
Okay.
set her like on the couch.
All right.
Oh,
So,
I'll probably have like an ice pack or something.
what is the name of this Smisi doctor contact that Fee has?
Why do you make me do this?
Because
Faustus?
fun.
Sure, that's dope. We'll go with that.
Okay. So Faustus. Sort of ambles into the apartment and goes, "Ah, well, at least we have a lot of material to work with, yeah?" And sort of steps over the body and goes, "Mercedes, what exactly happened?"
I don't.
And
Oh, is she conscious or?
she's not. But after after she asks that, Dr. Faustus sort of leans down and dips two fingers in the blood and goes, "Hmm. Hmm. Oh." And it's just sort of like tasting. Huh.
Anything particularly interesting or?
Um, some interesting flavors. Uh, Interesting indeed. But we should probably focus on getting her back in order. Let's see the damage here.
Yes, I'm really not entirely sure what happened. Is Faustus kindred or kind?
Faustus is a Samitsi. He is a kindred,
All right.
and they use all pronouns as well.
Coolio. I don't know. I put an ice pack on her head.
Yes, that would have done absolutely nothing. She has a gunshot wound to the torso. But I appreciate that you are at least attempting. And she sort of walks over and pulls out this small, what looks like a stick, almost like a cigarello, and she snaps it, sort of waves it over Mercedes' nose, and Mercedes sits up, bolt right, and aims the gun just like in a wild direction. Oh,
I'll like whip out my hand and take it away.
mm.
Not inside, if you don't have to, please.
Yeah. Hey, Doc. She sort of sits up and turns and goes, "That I am glad to see you because everything hurts."
What exactly happened here?
Well, I got patched up and told to take it easy for the night.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just got this feeling. I can't really to describe it. It's just, I don't know, some force of the universe that told me to come check on you. I don't know. Something fell off.
Mm. And then you.
Yeah, there was some kind lady that was poised over you with a cross and a stake. So I shot her.
I mean, the one that you told me was your sister?
I don't have a sister, Fee. The hell are you talking about?
Portia. What? We just had this conversation like 2 days ago.
2 days. Fee, I've been in Chicago for 2 days. I drove Kirla back to Chicago.
Well, fuck a duck. That's interesting because I had a conversation with you 2 days ago. Someone who looked, sounded, smelled just like you.
And you see Dr. Faustus sort of just watching her eyes when she's talking and says, Come here. Come here, Mercedes." Sort of looks at her a little closer and says, My. I think you've been charmed, dear girl. Yes. When you went to Chicago to drive Kirla, you said, what exit did you take? Fee's limousine was still here. What car did you drive to go drop Kirla off? I fucking hate Kindred. I don't know.
Don't we all?
My memory's been clouded. Great. Awesome.
I haven't talked to Kirla in a week or two. Ever since everything went down with the Second Inquisition, and
I was in the limousine. She's gonna make a willpower roll.
I imagine that's a decent stat for her.
Let's see if Mercedes can remember. If she can fight through this cloud memory. Kids, for everyone in the chat and everyone watching the replay on YouTube, do not fuck with Mercedes.
That has been proven time and time again.
Mercedes sort of sits there, a little dazed for a second, and then goes, the Institute of the Arts. I was waiting for you. And then some woman, pink pigtails, petticoat. She was in the car.
What?
And then that fucking some like monster of a kindred just ripped me out of it, and then it's hazy.
Do you? That was all after. That was all after we talked. After you introduced me to her, pointing at the corpse on the ground. You told
I can remember.
You told me that was your sister named Portia, which I thought was a terrible joke.
I've never seen that woman before in my life.
And then
But
she told me that she was some sort of secret agent. I don't know. It all sounded very comic books.
And she reaches into her pocket and says, "That, I believe." And she tosses you her badge. And it does say, it says Carl Smithson. Cara Smithson, not Carl Smithson, sorry. But that woman in pink, I recognized her. So maybe someone's been following me.
Recognized her from when?
I can't remember, V.
Okay. Oh my. Okay. She told me a bunch of things that I don't know if I should believe anymore now. I don't like not knowing things.
And you see that the doctor sort of rolls up Mercedes's shirt and begins going through the bullet wound and fixing everything that he fixed last night again, because the ribs were rebroken because the magic did not have time to set.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, in my less than expert opinion, but I have been kindred a wee bit longer than you, Fee. Sounds like someone's tailing you."
Really? Me?
So I would watch out for that. Kindred have died for less.
Oh, someone's going to die for this.
Was not me. I can tell you that much.
No, I know.
And the doctor sort of stands up, claps her hands together, goes, "All right. Well, I think that this is all that I will be able to handle." And he sort of points and says, "Make sure that you get to Edwin when you can for your feeding, because that's going to help sort of belabor the process. Can I take that?" She sort of points to the corpse.
I have a no.
All right. Well, if you need me for anything else, Fee, you have my number. And yeah, take it easy. I mean, ghouls are only so strong, Mercedes. She sort of nods. Starts making her way. out of the apartment, and Mercedes is a little red in the face and turns and goes, "Yep, thanks, Doc."
What was that?
Hmm?
That last thing they said?
I, you know, blood loss. I'm dizzy.
Mercedes. Why?
Why? What?
It, the good does not outweigh the bad.
And she sort of takes her shirt all the way off and points to the scar on her back and says, "Magic can only do so much. Uh, this was gonna kill me, Fee. So
I know. I have Tremere friends.
I I did it while you were I did it while you were off doing whatever you did for the prince. I asked Edwin. He obliged. I'm faster now. I'm a better shot. I mean, did you see what I pulled off at the compound?
You could. You were good before.
Yeah, well, trust me. If anyone is not excited about this, it's me. If you find a way to cleanse yourself of vampiric blood, please don't hesitate to tell me.
I don't. Yeah, I'll. Okay, I've got to go now. Please stay here and rest.
Oh, I'm sleeping in your bed as soon as you leave.
Yeah, I know you do that. It's fine. I'm going to take the body and like shove it into my like empty refrigerator.
Okay. You make that possible. And begin to make your way out to Jackson King's estate. All right. So, you guys finally managed to corral yourselves together at the King estate. Warren, by this time in the morning, Victoria has assured you that the man, Charlie, has been captured and is being kept upstairs waiting for you whenever you're ready.
Perfect.
I don't think anybody actually told me why we're here.
Funny story.
New baby, I've been told.
As fun as the last one?
Absolute infant.
No idea. No one has told me anything.
Well, I could use something fun tonight.
It's not fun.
I don't know if we have the same definition of fun, but
Oh,
sure.
no, I know we don't.
We have to go get him?
Oh, no, that's taken care of. Follow me.
You brought him here?
And she doesn't explain. She goes in, goes up to where it is.
You see, sort of sitting, zip tied to a office swivel chair. Charlie is just doing just small spins in circles.
Hello, Charlie.
Minerva! Wow, I didn't know they'd send you. That's gonna be kind of awkward if you probe me, though, right?
I'm not gonna probe you. That is literally the last thing I'd want to do.
Probe? What?
He thinks I'm an alien. He thinks we're aliens. You think you're an alien, right? Is that what you think happened to you?
Oh, I'm not an alien.
Uh-huh.
I got bit, and now I have powers, so I'm clearly a vampire. You told me you were an alien.
Does Charlie actually smell like a kindred?
He does. It's odd. It's a weak smell, but
Thin blood.
there's kindred blood.
Oh,
Is he thin?
oh,
Is
thin
he
blood.
thin blood?
Mm.
Are thin bloods like as equally strong as rest of us? Do they?
That's an interesting question. I would say to see how much Minerva knows about kindred of thin blood variety, because they're not very common.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is my fucking game, White Wolf. Go ahead and make me a wits plus occult roll.
Would I also be
with
able to
this
make
count?
that roll as someone
Yeah,
that has been
anyone
around the
who-
block a time or two?
Anyone who would like to.
Would this
Round the block
count
was my nickname in high school.
as blood magic?
Sorcery? No, it would not.
Dang, nabbit. Then it is only 6 dice.
I got 2 successes.
Wunderbar.
6, 7, and 1 from a blood die. And here we go. Here we go.
Or
4.
So 2, 4. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh my!
I was an echo.
Might be from. Jeez. Okay. Seven successes.
Okay. So Genevieve, you are the only one who has actually met and spoken with a thin blood at length. And you know from your very pointed barrage of questions on them and their kind that thin bloods are a sign of the purported end times. Ancient kindred used to warn their fellow kind of the day that the blood would become so thin that their power would weaken to a point where creatures like thin bloods would exist. They are not as strong as a normal kindred. They are still, if you consider a normal kindred to be 10 times stronger than the average human, a thin blood is probably 5 times strong as a normal human. They have no official clan. They have no guaranteed traits that track them as a through line, as a normal kindred would. They still look human. They do not. Charlie does not look as pale as the rest of you do. The sunlight does not affect them as much.
Mm-hmm. And as someone,
and
I also have a few thin blood traits of my own. I have
That is
Daydrinker
correct.
and Lifelike.
that is correct, which is why Genevieve introduced you to your thin blood friend in the first place. They also pioneered a practice that is known as thin blood alchemy. The thin blood alchemy allows them to extract and manipulate their own vitae to mimic the disciplines of the other clans around them. Um, so that last bit in particular would definitely be something that you would know, Minerva. Fee, you would know the general existence of a thin blood. You would know what they are, and you would know that they're about half as strong as a standard kindred.
All right. I'm gonna get real close. Who bit you, love?
Well, it was kind of gross. It was some
Generally
old white
is.
guy.
Old white guy, yes.
Yeah.
Kind of a priest.
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Wasn't the same guy who broke down my door, was it?
Yeah.
It was
That's
the
why
same.
I was like, that's why I was like, whoa, what?
Interesting.
You said he left a note on my door?
He did. It was I mean, so I read it, but just to make sure that you hadn't missed a FedEx delivery or anything. It was something about you having a book that was his or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's why I thought he was a librarian for a while.
Mhm.
But
Was this
priest makes sense.
was this before or after he kicked down my door?
That would have been before. I haven't seen you since all that happened.
So he bit you that long ago?
Well, yeah, it's been a while.
So he's actually almost as old as Ray.
He might be a little younger than Ray.
So the Second
Okay.
Inquisition has thin bloods working for them now? That's a thing?
Who's Ray?
A
Not
friend of
important.
ours.
Okay.
I thought so. The guy who came to my door,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I sensed his heartbeat.
You
That
did.
he was a kind.
You did.
With lifelike, you can sense a heartbeat.
Mother.
The blush of life allows you to mimic many, many human qualities.
Hmm.
Okay. Charlie, why did you think I was an alien? Just curious.
You told me you were an alien.
You literally suggested it first.
And then you confirmed it.
Because I didn't think that you were bitten by something.
I listen, I am a conspiracy theorist. I make
Honey.
wild accusations, and if someone confirms it, then it's true.
Honey.
That's not at all
Gonna
what
sort of bend
I'm just
over
gonna-
the neck a little bit since he's tied
Mhm.
up and like look at
Yeah,
for the bite mark.
I'm just like making eye contact
Yeah.
with it. Dude, like
Open the
No,
mouth. Can you open
that's
your mouth
just
for me,
not-
sweetie?
What?
Open wide. Ah. Look for the baby teeth.
Baby teeth.
Maybe
Mm.
to you. Okay.
Are you
thin
hungry
bloods
at all?
Eat food?
I am kind of hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Vicky dear, do you have some blood bags?
Muted.
Yeah.
Muted.
He hasn't owned that yet.
Hmm. I mean, we should honestly make him a little bit more comfortable. Don't you
He's
think?
not starving, is he?
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I know that I'm kind of like zip tied here. This chair is comfy as fuck, man. I got like a DX Racer. Those things suck.
Dude, yeah, because you got scammed.
This chair's like way more comfortable.
Victoria's gonna speed over to him and clamp her hand around his mouth.
Okay,
Okay, I know he's annoying. I'll talk to him.
Be nice.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Mm.
Hold on. Charlie.
Mm.
That was strike one, and I don't have a 3-strike system.
Just be careful.
If
he
you
might bite your
annoy
finger.
me again, I dare him to. That will not end well. And kind of like her nails sort of sink in a little bit.
Okay.
You will answer her questions, and if you don't, then I cease to see how you're still useful, existing. Are we clear? Kind of
Mhm,
nods and
mhm.
shakes his head up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back to the other side of the room.
Just to
Charlie.
confirm, would I
Yeah.
be able to scry the soul?
Read me the text on Scry the Soul.
Focusing on a person, the vampire can perceive the state of that person's psyche as a shifting aura of colors. Auras reveal little precise information, but it does reveal whether or not the subject is a vampire, werewolf, ghoul, or other supernatural being.
Yeah, you can go ahead and Scry the Soul.
Just cost me a rouse check.
Minerva, Charlie sort of looks at you after Victoria releases his face and goes, "She's single? That was kind of hot."
Dude, just no. My guy. Like, this is
okay.
not the
I
time.
just-
This is
all
not
right,
the... Dude,
right,
you
yeah, of
do you
course.
want to die? Like, do you
Listen.
want to die? Like,
No,
that is
I'm-
how you die. Then, should, like, your mouth, just zip it until we ask you questions, and then you can answer the question, and then stop talking. Got it? Like, I'm trying to do you a solid here, man. Like,
Okay, yeah, all right.
okay?
I get
Good?
it.
Good?
Jeez.
All right, now, zip it.
Alright, so
Oh!
success in the rouse check. I roll my intelligence and Auspex versus his composure and subterfuge.
Doot.
I'm gonna need a sample of his blood.
I was muted that whole time, wasn't
Uh-huh.
Sure works.
I? No, never mind.
Okay.
4 successes, please.
What is sorry, remind me what he's rolling against?
It is his composure plus
Composure.
subterfuge.
Oh, composure. All right. Gotcha. Roger that, gamer. D, why do you keep putting your dice away when you have a whole ass show to run? Great question, D. That's
It is a
not
great
lot of
question.
dice.
Oh, I know what I was saying. Victoria's going to lock the chair so he can't spin anymore and stand behind him so he can't see what she's doing.
Okay. You said you got 4 successes?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you do manage to scry the soul. There is a sort of black outlined hue to the aura that you sense, which you do recognize to mean that he is kindred of some form. His current mood is he's vibing.
So it's on a win. The storyteller truthfully answers a number of questions equal to the margin of the roll around the.
Okay.
So-
So 2 truths. He does have kindred blood, and he's calm. He's not really worried.
Shifting blue like an ocean.
Dude, you got bitten. Did you tell, besides telling your entire Twitch stream,
Right?
did you tell anyone that you got bitten? Did the guy come back to talk to you?
Well, I mean, first off, Charlie Crunch Crew, Twitch is life. I don't really have friends that aren't also in my Twitch stream. It's not really how it works. I've been on my grind recently. You missed it. Oh, Minerva. And he sort of scoots the chair closer and says,
Just pushing with a finger back a little bit. Keep your distance.
Keep muting myself. Victoria grabs him by the hair to prevent that.
and he says, I hit affiliate.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm just gonna look at Victoria briefly. Yeah.
Victoria's eyes go red very quickly and then go back to not being red.
Charlie. Okay. Did the guy come back to see you at any point? Or come back at
No,
all?
the next time I saw him, he was like banging down your door. I opened my door because I was gonna be like, "Hey, man, I kind of itch, and I've been eating like very bloody steaks recently, and I was gonna the fuck." But then he kicked your door down, and that whole craziness. Pretty sure you turned into a ghost for a second, which is like cool. Like, I was expecting to see more ectoplasm, but I guess
Yeah,
you
okay.
being an alien,
Dude, I'm not an alien.
density
Like
shifting.
I understand that you are a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but like that's just not how evidence works, and that's just not how you should draw conclusions from people just telling you things that confirm oddball theories. If someone like, if you for some reason thought that, like, the Earth had a giant snake in the center of it, and then someone said, yes, there's a giant snake in the center of it, are you just going to believe that? It's crazy. It's insane to me that you think that. I'm going to take a sample of your blood.
Why would someone lie about the snake that's in the core of the earth?
I'm
That doesn't even make
I'm
sense.
just going to take a finger and just prick it.
Okay, you stab into the finger, and you do manage to get a bit of his vitae.
I would love to try. Oh, God.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you just do?
Pricked his finger.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there something I'm forgetting about?
It's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Continue.
You've pricked his finger.
I pricked his finger. Okay. Can I use a taste for blood?
What's that do?
By tasting a drop of blood, the user can discern certain basic traits of the one to whom it belongs. Can determine resonance, intensity of the blood. I can also identify. I'm actually realizing this might not be wildly useful. I was hoping to see if I could figure out a clan of maybe who sired Charlie through his blood, but I'm realizing that might not be possible.
You'd know by the nature of thin bloods inherently, that type of thing wouldn't be present data.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I just stabbed him in the finger for no reason.
You do have some of his blood now, though.
I'm just gonna flick it somewhere.
Victoria, make me a willpower check.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
What's your hunger at there?
Hunter's fine.
Is it your willpower?
Fun
That's a
face.
total of 4 successes.
Okay. It's not very hard to resist the urge to drink the blood of another kindred. You've never really smelled thin blood before, but it's it's not like a Sprite to a LaCroix. It's more like a Sprite to like
Mellow
ginger.
yellow?
Yeah. It's like it's of the same, type, but it's not as potent, not as hard for you to resist.
Okay. Do you hear that, Noodle? I resist it. Don't you care? I'm sure you don't.
And he continues to say, so, I didn't get to ask the guy any questions, but I did go on Reddit, and I sort of I went to the medical help Reddit, and one of the mods there, they took down my post, and then they started DMing me and messaging me, and they were like, hey, I think you should use this message board instead. It was on something called ShrikeNet, and it was it's really weird deep net type stuff, and they told me all sorts of things. Apparently I can do things with my blood if I do it right. I didn't really believe any of that stuff, but
Okay.
But you believe the snake thing?
Jormungandr is real.
I swear to God. So okay, Charlie, here's the deal. Not an alien. Hope you can figure it out. Congratulations, you're a vampire. Just like our kindred.
Minerva.
As we prefer.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. You are in existence. Much like how I was telling you, you can't tell anyone about me being an alien, which you then went ahead and told people about anyways. Shut your trap. I know you did. I watched your VOD. All right? This kind of thing stays secret. And we have rules. We have a whole society. We have whole lives that we live. Yeah, and if you don't follow these rules, you die.
I mean, they're more guidelines. You would be surprised by how little they actually monitor them.
Not right
Is
now.
that
Fee.
really what you want to say to the conspiracy theorists, Fee?
So,
Absolutely. I want to see where this goes.
Charlie,
Nowhere good for us.
This is exasperating.
I know.
Where's Ray? I could use some fun
I don't
right
know.
now.
They didn't come home last night. I think they're still out. Okay.
Which Ray did we have?
Baby.
I'm sure they're fine.
So, yo,
Mm-hmm.
is Keanu Reeves a vampire? Do you know Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Just because we're a vampire doesn't. Just because I'm kindred doesn't mean I know every other kindred.
Also,
Right.
Racist.
Yeah.
unconfirmed, Tom Cruise maybe.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Right. Do you understand? Moving on from that, do you understand that continuing to tell other people about what you are and what you can do is a huge violation of rules? You were the guy who kicked down my door?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to kill me.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought he was trying to like send you back to your planet, but since you're not an alien, that makes sense.
Okay. So, telling people about what you are like can lead them to killing you. You know, like Blade and stuff, like all those like movies and stuff about.
Yo, is
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes a vampire?
Yeah,
That
sure,
would
that's a good
be
question.
sick.
That would be sick. But that's not the point. The point is that there are people like that out there in the world that will, kill us.
Okay. No, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm on the inside now.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately for us, yes.
Dope, cool.
Because now
cool,
you've
man.
told however many people were watching your Twitch stream.
I mean,
and-
the Crunch crew comes through.
Uh-huh.
They make their appearances.
I hate to break it to you, Charlie. At least 6 of those accounts are mine.
Yeah, I know. I don't get the same.
What was the viewer
address.
average on it?
On that stream in particular?
Genevieve, how do you know what that is?
I'm an actress. I paid attention to
Oh,
new
okay.
media.
I think it was like 5. I know one of them was my boy Brendan, always holding me down. He's got a sword. One of them was some account I didn't recognize, JKing97. He was cool. He dropped like 50 subs.
And that's why the story got told, yes? I'm understanding that
yeah.
correctly.
That was
Mhm.
that was the sub goal. I didn't think I'd hit it, but
You didn't think it was weird that someone dropped that many subs all at once?
I think that all of my hard work was finally being recognized. And
gonna
he
flick him on the
smiles very
forehead.
proudly. Ow! The fuck?
Dude, you like half of your average viewers were just me on my laptop using Firefox, Chrome, and Internet Explorer and Microsoft Edge.
Listen, I know that I put a lot of effort in my streams, all right? I've thought about making alerts. I contacted an artist to commission some stuff, but they
Charlie's mouth gets covered again.
like
So,
No, that.
no, go ahead.
Do you have any other relevant questions to ask?
I was just gonna ask if you had any family in the area. If he told his family.
Genevieve, you?
Yes. Is the VOD available anywhere else like YouTube?
Out of character, I think I made sure that got taken care of. Or rather, I made
the-
sure Ward took care of it.
the Twitch link and that you were sent, the clip, the VOD, and the Twitch account were taken down.
Handled.
Okay, and it wasn't downloaded to any other devices.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Takes the hand off.
That
Answer my nervous question.
he knows about.
You
Well-
got family, Charlie?
Yeah.
They live in Detroit.
No. I'm from Illinois.
You tell them about what's been happening with you lately?
I don't really talk to them much. They don't really get it.
Mm-hmm.
My older brothers are,
What?
it's Chad, Brad, and Thad. And, they're just kind of assholes.
Yes, I see that you've fallen far from the tree.
Yeah. Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Okay.
Would you like my official diagnosis?
Mm-hmm.
Exasperating, but ultimately harmless.
Yeah, someone needs to walk. I would really rather it not be me to walk him
Oh,
through.
don't worry. I will be looking after Charlie.
Okay.
You wouldn't be laughing. I would not be laughing.
I've
That's
watched her.
concerning.
I've watched her kill people before.
I'm feeling really kink shamed right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, keep your. This is not a time.
I
Like,
don't judge.
none of us. Like, we didn't ask to be a part of your kink right now. But my point being.
Oh, my dear Kotori, would you mind stepping outside?
Oh, Christ.
Go to the meeting room down.
You know what, Charlie? It was nice
I'll
knowing
do
you.
something
I tried my
for you.
best. You're on your own. Toodles! I'll walk right out. Just.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start
Vicky,
thumbing through
play
my book.
nice.
Blow him a kiss and walk out.
Close the door on your way out.
Au revoir, ma chérie.
Genevieve will take a while before actually leaving.
I'm gonna go stalk off somewhere and look through flip through my book.
Victoria waits patiently. Doesn't say anything else, while Genevieve's taking a while to leave.
Just sort of stares down, shakes the head, and walks out.
Right. Once everybody has walked out and the door's closed, she'll walk back around to the front. Actually, no, she won't. Now, Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
unlike your former neighbor, I am not so nice. So you're going to have to prove that you have use to me.
How's this? I can tell you where Jackson King is. And that's where we're gonna go on break.
You son of a bitch!
What did I do?
Stinky!
Everything. You've
I'm
done
going
everything.
to kill that man.
All your
that
fault.
stinky asshole. How does he know where Jackson King is? How does he know who Jackson King is? Why does he know these
Karen
things?
was out of character. That's why it wasn't French. Just so we know, I was calling D that, not Charlie. Just so.
No,
True.
that's fair.
Oh, no, that was obvious.
I mean, both is still fair.
I love you, but also
What the fuck?
a fuck.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright, so we're gonna go on break. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Take care of yourselves. Until then, bye.
Hi, welcome back. So might as well just pick up right where we left off, huh? Uh, Charlie looks up to you, Victoria, and says, "I can tell you where you can find Jackson King."
Oh, really?
Hmm.
And why would you do that?
Because you have made friends with the most well-connected kindred in all of Detroit. Lyman says hi, by the way.
Ah, that explains the lack of response.
Hmm.
Oh, I knew there was a reason I liked Lyman.
Yeah, when I said, and believe me, 90% of my story is true. But that person who linked me up on Shrinknet or Shrikenet, whatever it's called, pointed me in the direction of some sorcery alchemy stuff. So got that going on.
Hmm. Well, I suppose I will have a use for you then, now won't I?
Hmm. Absolutely.
But I am going to need you to never stream on Twitch again, so.
You know, it's a dying platform anyway. Rip Mixer. I was thinking about going to YouTube. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jeez.
Do I look like someone with a sense of humor?
I don't judge people by their looks. That's weird. I realize I may have made an error of some kind.
Yes, you did. Trying to tell the world about Kindred is a bad idea.
I was never gonna tell the world about Kindred. I needed a reason to make Minerva come talk to me. So I had Lyman hack one of her friend's Twitter accounts, send her the link, bing bang boom. It worked just like he said it would.
Fair enough. Although you were almost murdered without this talk, so
You know,
cautious with
yeah,
that.
Lyman didn't tell me how aggressive you guys would be about everything. So
Do you not like it when I am aggressive, dear
Oh.
Charlie?
sorry, that was kind of part of the whole show. I'm actually Ace. I don't really, and
Huh.
it's kind of, but you're very
Um,
very pretty.
I will respect your boundaries. And you get to live for now.
Awesome. Second question.
Yes.
So, after I was talking to Lyman, I was all over striking it. I also met someone called the Vulture, who apparently doesn't know you guys as well. You met one of his children, Joe Ashton. They gave you the blueprints and stuff.
Ah, yes. I am familiar.
Yeah. So the Vulture and Lyman have been working together to try and keep tabs on Jackson and his sudden departure.
Yes. Very, very, very much to my benefit. 'Cause I would so love to make sure my dear sire stays as I want him to.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But he is off in Paris. He's attending a fashion show, apparently.
Well, he doesn't exactly have somewhere to come home to nest, so I'm going to assume that he may make that his new base of operations.
Possibly. Chromatic Chimera, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. And Charlie sort of says, yeah, I don't know the Jackson thing, but he also wasn't, I was told to clarify this specifically. It wasn't him specifically who did the sub thing. That was Lyman was trying to get attention, wave flags.
Fair enough. So when you say you know where he is, do you have an address for him in Belly? Where's he staying?
That's all that they told me. Maybe they can find out.
Fair enough. I will follow up with Lyman later.
Oh, and Lyman had one last piece of advice: is sweep this room for bugs. Actually, I think I was supposed to say that first.
Oh, Charlie. Well, quick question.
Yes.
Do I know what happens if you stake a thin blood?
If you stake a thin bloods are kindred. So as long as they don't have a particular bane against being stabbed, they should just go into torpor, paralyzed until the stake is removed.
All right, excellent. You've been very helpful, Charlie. Thank you very much. And she's going to, I don't know, probably break off one of the pieces of furniture in there and stake him, and then walk out.
Okay, you see that as you go over to the piece of furniture and snap one of the wooden legs off of it, sort of take your claws and scrape away some of the excess. He just goes, wait, what? And
Stab.
After it goes in, he is frozen stiff in torpor. He didn't turn to ash, so
Excellent.
that's probably good.
Yes. All right.
Minerva, while this conversation is going on, you step out, and when the door closes behind you, it sort of echoes in your head. You're very deep in thought. There's nothing around you. You're just in a blank void. And there's another Minerva standing from across from you. And she says, he was always up late at night, streaming. He said that he didn't see you at any classes, that he understood having to skip out. The night that Ray was sired, he was hiding his neck, scratching at it. As you're sort of putting things together, you draw the conclusion he's probably been sired for longer than he's letting on.
Interesting. I hate Charlie. Interesting.
The group chat gets a message from Ray. It says, hey guys, if you're all not busy tonight, I would love it if you could come to what's left of the Michigan Theater. Edwin said we were supposed to go back there after we finished the contract anyway, so we're technically kind of late, but
Why?
oh, it's a surprise. Fee, you're gonna love it.
Huh. Interesting.
Cool.
Who was given the phone number of Agent 12? Was that
Ray.
Victoria?
Victoria. Ray
Oh,
gave
Victoria.
their number to
Yeah,
Agent.
Ray gave.
Oh,
As a-
yep.
Yeah.
Victoria, you receive a text message from Agent 12 that says, somehow Priest got out from under me. Think he's out of the city, though. House was a trap, if you were curious. Watch your back.
Noted. Also, she'll send a quick text off to Edwin. Yes. What do you know about doppelgangers?
We should talk about many things if you're free to come to the Michigan Theater.
All right. So she'll meet up with everybody else. Just like, well, it seems we have a destination. Let's go.
Is Charlie? I need to ask him something. Or
Oh, Charlie is occupied.
Hmm.
He's fine. He's well
Peek
as
through
alive
the
as
door.
he can be.
oh,
Charlie is frozen stiff in the office.
okay, he'll be fine eventually. I don't think he was. Wasn't the priest. I don't think. Just thinking about it, he
No?
he was
Think
scratching his neck before.
you
the
think
night-
he's old?
He's older. He's about Ray's age.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Speaking of way, we should be on our way.
Yeah.
Minerva, I'm riding with you. I have a question I need to ask you.
Oh, okay. You're gonna sit in the front seat, right? I feel kind of weird if you were sitting in the back seat, just yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Mhm.
Victoria is going to tell Edmund to leave a blood bag in the room with Charlie, but not wake him up.
Edmund goes, "Ugh, all right, I have to find some blood bags. Okay.
Thank you. No
And,
for you. I believe in our usual chaos.
Victoria and Genevieve you guys begin ghost riding the whip. Fee and Minerva, you're in the same car together.
So how are you with bodies?
That's a vague and concerning question. How do you mean?
I well, I've talked to Tremere before, and sometimes they can, they look at a body and they do some magic bullshit, and then they know things about the body. I have a body shoved in my refrigerator, and I need some information on it.
Can I do anything of that nature?
What spells do you know?
I know taste for blood and corrosive vitae.
Taste for blood. Let me read Taste for Blood.
I know you have that fancy book now.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, I've been meaning to I've been taking some Arabic lessons and been meaning to go through it now that I can. It's not in English. So
Yeah.
had to learn the language first before I could take a look.
I mean, you
Sir,
could use like an online translator or something.
I don't want to just. It's also hard when you're not. It's just.
Yeah. No. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
So, about the body.
I can.
Taste for blood would still function.
Mm-hmm.
You'd still, you'd still, yeah, you'd still be able to discern the traits of even a corpse.
I can discern some traits of the body, but nothing more complicated than that. Like I can't tell you where they're from or anything like that.
Better than nothing.
Right? Yeah, I suppose. I just need a bit of their blood, honestly.
It's in the refrigerator. Listen, we can swing by later tonight. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Yep, yeah, I can take a look. Yeah, maybe I'll page through this book and see if there's anything extra.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's a free body to experiment on. I'm usually not a body person. I didn't think you were either, but I'm always happy to.
well, not typically, but sometimes they just sort of turn up,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man.
Plus, finally have an excuse to get you over to my apartment.
I mean, you could have just invited me, I guess. Did you?
I have several times.
I guess you have. I mean, is there a particular reason?
Oh, honey, just turn on the radio.
Oh, I love this. I love this channel. It's classical KUSC.
God bless. So you guys eventually arrive outside of what remains of the Michigan Theater. Go ahead.
Quick.
Yeah,
While I'm in the
absolutely.
car with Genevieve, Victoria will sort of, can I go to Genevieve? Genevieve, do you think it is impossible to love someone and love power?
To love someone and love power.
Yes. You seem to convinced that Cassandra could not both love the Angler and love power. And that confuses me.
Sorry, could you repeat that? My headphones were being a little...
Oh, sure. She's saying just you seemed confused that, or rather you seem to be convinced that Cassandra could not both love the Angler, but also love power and want more.
I think that... I think that one might outweigh the other.
Most certainly.
Perhaps
But that
love
does
is
not
not
mean-
enough when one hungers for more. We all have wants, we all have desires, but my thoughts are that Perhaps his love wasn't enough to keep her.
That is possible. But yes, just because people can be aware of the dynamics and still care.
Yes. Oh, it's not to say that you don't care. I'd never assume that you didn't. Otherwise, why would you look into the things you looked into?
Because I am controlling and manipulative.
No.
Oh, I assure you I am.
Oh, I'm well aware. But there is a heart. Perhaps not one that beats, but one that feels.
That is not a small thing when you want to climb.
Pray you don't lose it along the way.
I may not have a choice.
I'd like to think that people do.
People, yes. Monsters. Arguable. She'll kind of laugh into silence after. You
Yeah,
can say something else, but
That's
she'll
the
probably laugh
exact same
into
thing as
silence
they'll.
after
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
it was at. Same brainwave.
So, you guys arrive to the Michigan Theater, and you see that Ray has a bundle of probably 6 or 7 four-leaf clovers, and he's just picking the leaves off of them, and then just throws them on the ground and goes, "Oh, hi!
How'd you find so many?
I've got a good nose now, and good
You-
eyes.
You
Lucky.
didn't come home last night.
Yeah, I had to go get the surprise."
Oh? Is it a fun kind of surprise?
It's gonna
could
be
use one
fun
of
for
those.
me. It certainly makes things more interesting.
Would it be the kind of surprise that other you would enjoy?
Maybe, kinda.
Did you ask?
Well, I don't really talk to myself. Oh, I guess I could have used the tape recorder. That's a good point. No, I didn't.
Okay.
All right.
Up the stairs, then? Is that where we're going?
No, not yet. That's for something that Edwin has planned. I don't know anything about that. And he sort of rushes off into one of the side rooms, and he goes, "Ta-da!" They go, "Ta-da!" And out walks Cassandra.
Hello.
Hello.
Glad to see you.
He's alive.
Good for her.
Isn't that fun?
Real fun. Real fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What's happening?
The theater's still pretty wrecked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up some spare wood. Lie it down. Don't mind me. Continue.
And they go, "Honestly, I thought you guys would be more excited."
I'm just confused why Cassandra's here. How Cassandra's here?
Well, if Cassandra's still alive, then that means
The
The
prince,
prince is still alive.
exactly.
I mean, I kind of knew that already.
What did
Yeah, yeah. I thought I talked about it. The ribbon thing. It doesn't work on people who are dead, but also doesn't work on people who are being shielded. And I got the shield vibe.
you? Oh. Well,
That's why we share information.
that kind of spoils.
Wait, am
my
I mixing
fun.
up names? Who was the kindred we were supposed to kill?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Oh, I am mixing up names. She's still Sergeant Wood.
Cassandra is
Okay.
Ray's
Ray's
sire.
sire.
Okay.
So how'd you scoot your boot out of the theater before it went roasty toasty?
I didn't. The prince sort of grabbed me and we went off to a place. I'm glad to be back in Detroit though.
The prince took you to a different place?
Yeah, we had to do like a whole disappearing act for a little while. I can't really talk about it.
So the prince is fine.
I
Ish.
mean, fine's a strong word.
Are they free?
They were really mad. Like really mad. But you know, it happens.
Not often.
Do you?
That's true.
Where's the last place you saw the prince?
The last place I saw the prince, they were gunned down by the Second Inquisition.
Where?
It was we had almost gotten to the car that Edwin was in.
And how did you get out of there?
The prince is not really great at being invisible, and I'm really good at it. So I just stopped, being visible for a while.
Can I insight
Then-
check, Cassandra?
Yeah, go ahead and make a composure plus insight.
Why are you? We spent so long trying to find you. Now we're just friends? Is that what's happening here?
Well, I don't think any of you like me very much. But, I'm here.
Hmm.
I got a 2.
With
I
a
got
2, okay. She seems to be telling the truth, but it sounds like she wasn't finished with her story.
Good.
What aren't you telling us?
Oh, so then after that, after the prince died, then I got a phone call from the prince, who apparently was not dead. I guess. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. But I just, I went off for a while. I went up to Lansing, visited some friends. And now I got called back here by Edwin recently. So,
Which friends were you visiting in Lansing?
friends of mine? Does it matter? Is it important to know?
Was Nymeria in Lansing?
Nymeria is one of them, yeah. She's here, though. We came back together.
Who else was in Lansing?
Friends. You guys remember Friends, right?
Yeah.
You're allowed to have those. without it-
We're friends. You're not mine, though. And I'm curious to know who these friends are.
Well, if I'm not your friend, then I don't know why I should tell you.
Ray. I'll just.
Ray will sort of lean forward and go, Cassandra, tell the nice lady what she wants to know. And we're gonna do the thing that I know Ray would do in this situation.
Compel.
That is correct.
Also, 10 out of 10 Ray impression.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I should be an actor or
100%.
something.
Weird that.
This is our first rate interaction.
Just
Oh, Milan.
could have left it in the chat. You know, that's all
No,
I'm saying.
that was such a good one.
Was it?
Great one.
Bo,
Mhm.
Bo, I want you to know that even in your absence, don't worry, compel still didn't work.
I think it only worked once on a con.
It has worked one time thus far.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like literally the first episode, I think.
Yeah. And Cassandra just goes, I think we should go upstairs.
Who else is upstairs?
You
I just need to
know,
be
there's
emotionally prepared.
a couple people I don't think you guys have met yet. Edwin's up there, Nymeria's up there.
There a dude in a lab coat up there?
No, I don't see he showed up after I left.
Genevieve's just gonna head
Or came down
upstairs.
here.
Let's go.
Yeah, same.
Stick a hand out for Ray.
All right, and Ray will sort of just hook his their hand in yours and skip up the stairs.
Boop, boop,
Bee
boop.
stands there for a second, lets out a very deep sigh, and just
You-
trudges along.
You want a hand too, Fee? Like,
No.
okay.
Why?
I don't know, Ray. Just
It's a very
whole
Wizard of
thing?
Oz moment.
And as you all ascend the stairs, you are met with this cozy, carpeted room that seems to be fairly untouched from the recent damage that was taken by this. And there is a long, almost feast-like table in the center of the room. Around the room, Genevieve, you see two people that you recognize.
Mhm.
You see the gender non-conforming person with the slick back hair at the nape of the neck, and the oak-skinned gentleman with the shaved head in the black suit. You also see Ophelia, who is currently talking to another non-binary person with very flagrant eye makeup that envelops the eyes. Very red and black makeup scheme, which is accompanied by the red and black two-piece suit that they are wearing. And you all enter, and a few people sort of look over. You see the man with the shaved head sort of cocks a smile and walks over and goes, well, well, well. Look, and here they are, the neonates who have been making stirs all around the city.
Well, problems just sort of pop up in front of us.
They pop up in front of us all, but not everyone can handle it as well as you all have been.
Well, thank you.
Yes, I should introduce myself. My name is Leopold. I am the current communications expert and spellcrafter for Clan La Sombra here in the Great
Spellcraft?
Metro Area. Yes, I believe you all have benefited from a few of my trinkets, protection wards. He sort of shoots a glance to Victoria.
Mm.
I would love to learn more about your spellcraft.
So that means you must be Minerva.
Ah, I see. Looking around, is Nymeria there?
Nymeria is. She's sort of just sitting by herself, looking like she's at a party that she doesn't want to be at.
God, what a mood. Yes, I see my interests precede me.
Indeed. Your sire speaks quite highly of how quickly you can pick up on things.
Yeah. Well, I am her favorite and only.
Sure. And he sort of just smiles, the fangs bared, and goes, well, if you'll excuse me. Cassandra, it's been a while. Glad to see you made it out of that. And he sort of leads Cassandra away and begins to speak to her. And the GNC person with the hair down to the nape of their neck sort of comes over as well and says, "Well, if we're doing introductions, I suppose you should all become familiar with me. My name is... Sorry. My name is Vic Grace. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Charmed.
Pleasure.
Genevieve.
Pleasure. It's all ours.
Would be, yes.
Fiorentino de Calza.
I believe one of my many students is actually in your service at the moment, Fiorentino. I am the lead headmaster of the blood stitching sort of association for the Semisi.
Oh.
Now then, I believe there's one other person you should meet, certainly before they disappear back behind their many shadow curtains. And you see that they sort of throw a glance over to the other non-binary person who walks over. And they're like 5'5". They stand very with a lot of confidence in their step. Black hair that is trimmed on one side, sort of a mohawk thing. The tips are dyed red. And they look you all up and down and go, "Hello there. Pleasure to
Hello.
make your acquaintance."
Hello.
And you are, and sort of starts with Genevieve gesturing a hand.
Genevieve Clark.
All right. And points to Fee.
Fiorentino de Calza.
Super, Dylan. Thank you for that raid.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Diana, thank you so much. Welcome in, Raiders.
Howdy, dowdy, dowdy.
And they then point to Minerva.
Minerva.
And you points to Victoria.
If you have to ask.
Jackson's child. Got it. Ray. And Ray goes, "Hi." Hi. Well, pleasure to meet you. You can call me the Vulture. I run a lot of communications defense, mostly for the metropolitan area. Do a lot of work with Lyman, who I notice is missing. But what can you do?
I didn't know Lyman even came out of his hole.
Not without a lot of prying. He normally wouldn't make something like this, though. He's not one of Elysium.
You said you're in information?
Technology at large, but primarily information. Yes, why?
Can we talk later?
Making moves already, huh? Yeah, we're gonna fit in fine. And it's at that point that Edwin opens a door and steps out of it, sort of fixing a new suit. It is a dark crimson red. It's, the material looks to be crushed velvet, a black pocket scarf. And Edwin is standing, sort of adjusting the cufflinks. Says, "Oh, they're here. Wonderful." And he smiles. Welcome. I'm sure that you all are familiar with the concept of Elysium.
Barry.
Yes.
For out of character. For if any of you do not know, Elysium is the practice of which vampires gather to meet in certain areas. It's essentially a vampiric meeting, usually called by the prince or baron of the place. It can also be a designated place, can be an Elysium for kindred in the area. It is one of the places where aggression between clans and other kindred is barred specifically by the masquerade. It is a grim crime to break Elysium.
New prince in town, huh?
No, not exactly. And he sort of turns his head, and you all see stepping out, elongating a black patterned fan, gently fanning themselves, wearing a very elegant, sort of open jacket blazer that has a very intricate piece of black and red lingerie underneath it. Hair, hair tied back into this very finely done braid, and the same look of abject interest in their eyes. You see Prince Cameron von Teller III. Well, if it isn't the children who have done so well in my absence.
Welcome back.
Hmm. How are you all?
Fine.
I've had better nights.
Yes. I should introduce myself properly, since this is technically the first time we've met. We were attacked, and you see as the prince has entered, everyone has stopped their side conversations and begun to speak. We were attacked, my lovely kindred. The Second Inquisition has gotten bold because of information given to them by an anarch, one who's been taken care of by these five. Interestingly enough, luckily, thanks to the visions of our great director, I was able to catch wind of this plan before it completely underwent its full tear. My changeling doppelganger was killed in the scruff, so no one is aware that I still exist. We will keep it this way. I believe it is time to expand our reach. We're going to dismantle the Anarch presence in Michigan. And to do that, we'll need to spread out further. We'll need more territory. Those of you who have been particularly helpful, and she nods to the vulture as well as to the director, may even perhaps become princes of your own right in certain areas. But that would mean that the upper board has room for new people. Fiorentino, Minerva, Victoria, Genevieve, Ray. Welcome to the inner circle. We're glad to have you. Your assets will be embellished if they haven't already begun the process. And she smiles, a very wide, very genuine smile at Victoria. As will your reach and your communications. If there's anything you need from a kindred in this city, whether they are your generation or not, if they are not in this room, barring one exception, you outrank them, and they will all know that to be true. With this new power comes deeper responsibility. Although you seem to have been able to handle all responsibility that has been thrown at you, whether you are ready for it or not. I hope you can keep up the streak.
Thank you. Thank you, my prince.
Would I be able to insight check this?
Sure, absolutely. You can go ahead and roll me composure plus insight.
Okay.
Might I also do that?
Absolutely.
Composure and insight.
That's 4 successes again, with a
Yikes.
bloody critical.
I have a critical failure on my hunger dice, but 4. 5 successes otherwise.
Okay. So you get a bit hungrier, Minerva.
Munch.
Genevieve, you feel the pull of the beast inside you that says, they want more out of you, but they'll give you more. Something's coming. And you know what? It is not actually the voice of the beast. It is the voice of Hypnos. And he sort of leans over and says, let's take a look and see what it is. And you feel your vision sort of fade, almost as though you're coming out of a tunnel. And you see this large, twin-spired building out in the middle of grass. And you see various people. They all smell kindred dotted around. They seem to be having a meeting similar to this one in linoleum floors. You see a chair, and that chair, you know that it's where Charlotte used to sit, though you're not sure how. You see them talking amongst themselves. You see grimaces, anger. The whole room is disgruntled. Then your vision shifts, and you see a shape move at a speed you can hardly comprehend, flying across your field of vision, going through grass and trees, some of them bending and cracking and falling. And you see a deer that is caught and quickly dispatched of by a recognizable Guru figure. And you see, trotting up next to their mother, you see Artreus sort of stand there, hair swept back, face covered in blood, wide smile, and a nod, and they continue to run off in the forest. And then you see a priest examining the ashes of a burnt down building, the linoleum, the steel. Then you see them pull out of this bag this dark, swirling black ichor. And as you see that, you see its intent, its use. And you're taken back up to somewhere wooded, forested. A giant well built into the ground with gently flowing wisps of white light. It feels rejuvenative. And your eyes sort of snap back. And the director stands next to you and says, so I'll take it you've seen it?
The well?
Yes. I knew that the Guru were going to be dangerous, but they might be more dangerous than we thought. Pushed that far, at least. And you see that the prince has been staring at you and the director and says, in an effort to keep things plain and transparent for those of you who have not been granted the sight. The reason that I have been forced to make an actual physical appearance here until I hire another changeling bodyguard, we've received troubling news. After Charlotte's brilliant plan to sell our secrets to the Second Inquisition, I did a bit more research into the person she sold the information to. A vampiric priest, a mage formerly, who holds the true belief that kindred are destined. For what? I'm not exactly sure. What I am sure of is that he's procured something quite worrying from the Second Inquisition. The Second Inquisition has been testing and capturing kindred where and when they can, and extracting not their vitae necessarily, but their essence. Not exactly sure what it's supposed to represent, as I am not an occultist to such a degree. What I do know is that we are damned creatures of unlife. And the priest intends to use that essence of unlife to poison the Guru wellspring in the Upper Peninsula. As you can imagine, this won't end well for anyone involved. Damnable as they may be, the Guru are well-intentioned, and they are Gaia's chosen protectors of the world and its energies. Nothing we can do to argue that. If the wellspring is poisoned, I believe the fool thinks it will simply take care of the Guru. But our young Miss Nymeria here has told me after much research that it would likely poison the kine as well. That is not good, lest we all wish to turn to Diablere. So, that is our current issue. It is a delicate one, and one that we will work to do in conjunction with our Anarch problem. From what I can tell, we are the only ones who know of this, and I'd like to keep it that way.
If I may,
Please.
we are not the only players on this board.
Yes.
Of course not. We never are.
I'll take out the badge that I took from the dead body and slide it over to the prince. Say, that woman, well, the woman that belonged to, managed to make her way into my haven and got dangerously close to doing something very pointy to me.
She sort of picks up the badge, looks it over and says,
She knew about all of this days ago.
new as in past tense.
Unfortunately.
She hands the badge.
She's in my refrigerator right now. If that's of any use.
The prince sort of turns his head to Minerva.
As well, as much as I love to take credit for getting her to Charlotte, I don't think.
There's more at play here.
Yes, when we went to get Fee's friend back from the Inkler, Charlotte was on the boat tied up, and it exploded, and there were 3 demons. Julian was one of them, and then 2 people I didn't recognize. two demons I've never seen before. I only remember the descriptions vaguely. There was a person with a blazer and a turquoisey shirt and a bolo tie, and then a woman with pigtails and a petticoat. That was the description of the two other figures.
Pink pigtails and petticoat.
Pink, yeah, right.
Interesting.
Mercedes mentioned a similar looking figure.
Right. And the angler wasn't quite himself, and Charlotte is no more. I can't find her with my ribbon thing, which makes me think she's deceased.
You see both Nymeria and Edwin both nod and say, Nymeria, yes, I have checked for her life essence. Charlotte is met the final death. That is. And you see that the prince nods and says, well, if there are...
The woman in my refrigerator and these demons that... I don't know if y'all can still hear.
You're cutting out a little, but... Oh, I think he evened out.
There you
go. Am I back?
Yes,
you are.
Cool. The woman in my refrigerator and the demons in play are on the same side.
Wonderful.
I don't know, how much does Fee know about demons? Do they have mind control-y powers, or is that a very kindred sort of thing?
You know that demons have a very... Well, what's the word for it? They have a very broad amount of abilities that tends to tie more to arcana than it does to the sort of disciplinary blood nature of kindred. So Fee wouldn't know too much. It wouldn't be completely out of their wheelhouse. Clearly, they have teleportation powers, flight. You're also aware of, invisibility as well. There's a couple of different things.
And it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that there are kindred amongst this group.
Of course. I particularly believe that this is a primary entry point. And you see that the prince pulls out of their pocket something that you haven't seen in a while. It is an ankh on a rope necklace. I had Edwin fish this out of Lake Michigan. It was still on Charlotte. I have come to suspect that Charlotte perhaps was involved with the Children of Set. I know you all have had some interactions with the Children of Osiris, from what I've been told. Perhaps you should tap into those contacts to see if any of this rings true. However you choose to go about doing it, now that you've been imbued with these new responsibilities, this is your first task, Coterie. I want you to reveal as many pieces on the board as you can. Gather information on them. Don't act on that information, simply bring it to me. Sound simple enough?
What if the information is time sensitive, and to wait to act on it would make it worthless?
Then I will unfortunately take that risk. No drastic actions, if you don't mind, Madame Vista.
We've met someone from the Set. Children of Set, no? Once.
Yes, the club owner over at the Oasis.
decline. Well, either way, however you wish to do it, use any resources you have available, any contacts that you've built up. Trust your networks that you all seem to have built. Now then, Leopold, Vulture, Director, you three are going to find out something else for me. While they are handling the Anox, I want you all to reach out to the werewolves, remind them of what we've done for them in the past, and how their child was returned to them so wonderfully in perfect form. Ensure them that we are not the enemies, and warn them of this unfortunate business in advance.
If I may be so bold, I have a bit more of a connection to the werewolves.
How so?
The boy, Atreus, trusts me.
And they sort of exchange a look, and you see Leopold sort of claps his hands together and says, I would have no qualms towards bringing such an interesting bunch of people up to the Northern Peninsula with me. Besides, there's no reason that you cannot set things in motion to gather information. Have any of you ever been to the Upper Peninsula?
No.
Oh, wonderful. The Kine are a lot more spaced out up there, so you might see a lot of others that you've never encountered before.
Fascinating.
But in either case, Prince, as much as I know this needs to be done as quickly as possible, I do have a few things that I have to take care of, which will take me about 3 or so nights, and then I should be ready. Prince nods and says, so long as it gets handled, you can do it in any order you wish. Now then, I have dumped plenty of responsibility on you. Do any of you have questions?
How many people will you had a changeling bodyguard?
Everyone in this room.
Is that all?
Yes. It's a very closely guarded secret.
And of course it shall remain that way.
Are there any groups around Isis? Children of Osiris? Cult of Set?
I must be honest, I am not exactly really aware of how many caitiff groups there are. I'm certain some of them could. The Children of Osiris, in myth, Osiris was betrothed to Isis, so perhaps they would know.
Cool.
May I? Pointing at the badge.
And Edwin sort of tosses it back over to you.
Thank you, Prince.
Mm.
I'll hand it over to the vulture and just say, find out what you can with this.
Shouldn't be too difficult. Fake names always come from somewhere.
Thank you, darling. You can try the name Kira Johnson as well. That's what she told me.
All right. Well,
Shall we then?
I suppose.
Do any of us have Luna's number?
Fee does.
Fee, maybe reach out to Luna?
Sounds like a plan to me.
That's our contact with the Children of Osiris.
Is Lyman in this circle?
Yes, he is, but he has apparently decided he's too important to make his way here.
Okay.
Same with Mr. King, but I don't think he'll be joining us a lot in the future either way.
I wouldn't expect Kirla to either.
I'd never expect Keela to do anything.
When should
Speaking
we?
of which,
Oh,
the prince sort of casts a gaze to Victoria and says, "How is that going?"
Slowly but steadily.
That is the proper way to get it done. Well, and the prince stands and says, "You all have been taking good care of my precious Motor City, and for that I thank you. My next stand-in will be along in a few days, and things will resume as is normal. Keep the peace. Make sure the Anarchs don't get too jumpy."
Of course.
Good evening, all. And she walks out of the room, and Edwin follows and closes the door behind her.
I'll pull out my phone and text Luna. You up? You up?
And she responds with, "Oh, hi, Fee. Sorry, I'm taken."
Text back. Unfortunately, I need other kind of help.
Respond with, "Let me wrap this up and then we can talk."
No reply.
And then you see that Leopold is talking to Ray and pointing at the different buttons on the tape recorder. It says, "Okay, so you've pressed play, you've pressed record, you've pressed rewind, and eject." And Ray's just like, "I think that's all of them, yeah."
yes,
Have you pressed
Oh.
eject yet?
yes. Ray has.
Oh.
Couple times.
And
As it were.
you see that Leopold sort of smiles and goes, and he points to the stop button and says, "Don't press that one in public." And he points to the fast forward button and says, "Only press that one in public."
Do you teach? Do you have classes on or another? What I'm so utterly fascinated by, because when I used it, I heard someone talk back to me, but unlike
That's what
Ray,
it
I don't
does.
have a split. Who was I
Well.
speaking to?
It is particularly good for someone who has a bit of a split already there, but everybody has unconscious thoughts. And you see from the barrage of questions, he just sort of leans back in his chair, looks over at Nymeria and goes, "I get it. That makes sense. You
What?
picked a good one. She's eager." And Nymeria sort of goes, "You have no idea."
But seriously, is it hard to make another one of these things? Is it possible?
Another of the tape recorders.
Oh yeah.
I've already made one. What do I need more than one for? I tend to build things just to see if I can.
Okay.
Now, if you were to commission me to make another tape recorder, then that would be different.
Could I commission you to make another tape recorder?
Oh, darling, you just got here. I don't think you can afford my services.
Oh.
As far as lessons go, I could be convinced to teach you some shadow magic. Let's see how you handle yourself when we go up to the Upper Peninsula.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
Oh, now I am as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna pad backwards towards Nymeria.
Nymeria looks up and says, "Having fun?"
Yeah. I have a question about a painting.
painting.
Done by someone interesting.
Okay.
Someone you might know?
Interesting. How?
Remember the talk we had over vodka?
Oh, yes, someone interesting.
Yes, very.
Gotcha. That's yes. What about painting? That I'm caught up.
Mhm.
Yes.
I have a lot of questions.
I probably won't have as many answers as you'd like, but
You and my bottle.
how about the other thing that we talked about over vodka?
Very
that?
interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
I picked up a new language, by the way.
Shot in the dark. Arabic?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Who could have guessed?
Who
Do you
could
want to
have
go get a drink right now?
Yeah, let's go!
All right. And,
There's
Nymeria
still a
sort of-
body in my refrigerator.
Oh, yes, we can. Do you wanna? We can just drop you off. We can go to your house. We can. Yeah, we can. Yeah, just get. Just get in. It'll be great.
Nymeria, do you want to come see the body in my refrigerator?
I think she
Sure.
might be- Yeah, I
I
think
haven't
she
seen a
could
refrigerated body in a while.
do. Wait, where do you get refrigerated bodies from? I've been like trying to find someone.
Well, they're usually not. Darling, I can give you a contact. They're usually not like, in an actual refrigerator. It's like a meat locker kind of thing.
I've been like wanting to like. I've been wondering how many rubber bands it takes to do a thing.
Okay. Well, we can certainly get that set up. But all right, let's go.
Most concerning thing I've ever heard but never say. Given the context.
What thing?
Nymeria sort of ushers the other two members of your coterie out, and Genevieve and Victoria, you guys are left there. The
Is
vulture,
the vulture still there?
the vulture approaches you and says, "Did you get my package?"
I did. Thank you so much. Although it was missing it was missing an address I was looking for. So if you could provide that.
Still
really lovely.
working on that bit, but I have to say you definitely have great bedfellows for what you have planned, because I spend more time with Lyman than I'd like to, which is no time, and he really is not a fan of Jackson, so
Mhm.
glad to
Then
see
this-
that is getting resolved. But as soon as I have an address, you'll have an address, as an act of good faith.
It is greatly appreciated and remembered.
Wonderful. And they'll sort of tap your shoulder. They'll tap your shoulder and make their way out of the upper room.
Okay. So did Edwin follow the prince through the door? Or did the...
Yes.
Okay.
Edwin is no longer in the room. Still in the room, Leopold is speaking to the director. Cassandra is sort of just like chilling in a corner, throwing a ball at the wall.
I should do.
And Genevieve also.
Genevieve, I think, is going to walk over to the director.
Yes, darling.
Everything, did you hear from your retainer? Everything gets settled?
Yes, they are back and in action. They are handling things where they are supposed to be handled.
Lovely there that time of the year.
It is indeed.
Interesting that, that's where a few other people are as well.
Yes. Do you have a passport?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Seems like it might become relevant soon. I saw you going somewhere, but now I don't know if it was the UP or over across seas. Guess we'll have to find out.
Yes. Guess we will. Might be somewhere else entirely.
Interesting.
I think there's a broader picture that I'm not seeing yet.
Darling, that was one of the first things I taught you, Starlight. There's always a broader picture.
Genevieve will leave. And try and get a breath of fresh air outside.
Victoria will follow Genevieve out. Also, side note, out of character, some of the best jam you're going to ever have in your life you're going to find in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
That
FYI.
is true. That is true. I've had some peach preserves from up there.
I know there's a place in particular who, if they were sponsoring me, I'd say where it was, but it's just like, best stuff.
Perfect.
You know who you are. Sponsor me and I'll say who you are.
So you two make your way out. And it is just the pair of you. You see that Fee and Minerva have already absconded off to Nymeria.
Victoria sort of like looks back at the theater for longer than usual.
Well, you got power.
Oh, yes. I did.
Interesting.
So I still have to secure it now, don't I?
What are
If
the
you had
demons
the
up
cho-
to?
Sorry, go ahead.
What are the demons up to? What are they playing at?
That I have you have as much experience with demons as I do, as far as I know. Perhaps they just wish to sow chaos?
Could they be working with the Second Inquisition?
Possibly. They may act as mercenaries and go with and aid whichever side offers them what they want. I don't know that they have a standard. We are taking their side.
There has to be a way that they were able to extract that darkness. That bag of vile blackness.
Blackness?
Yes. The priest carries a pouch with ichor, some foulness. And if it's true that that's what the Second Inquisition has drained, extracted from us, what's used to poison the well? Who benefits? If it kills kind and it kills the Guru, and perhaps other things as well, who benefits from a world of kindred? A world of darkness.
Genevieve, make me a willpower roll.
Yeah. Okay, and one. Blah.
What was that? Sorry, I missed it.
Goose
Five
egg.
successes.
Victoria, make me a willpower roll.
Oh, great. No problem. I just want to double check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but just in case it's higher than I think it is.
Can I use a willpower to reroll? No.
Nope, I don't need two of those.
Aren't you glad we left already, Minerva?
Oh yeah. Why would I want to roll my 3 willpower that I have left?
Man, that's a bold statement, Rowan. That's a bold thing you just said.
3 successes.
Okay, that's a failure. Minerva.
Oh, good.
Make me a willpower check.
Great. I love that my willpower was subtracted. That brings me so much joy.
Should I just get my dice ready, or?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Okay. It's a messy crit and another success. So.
Oh, it's a messy crit. Fee, make me a willpower check.
So is this my total willpower or my unexpended willpower?
It is however many willpower you currently have available to you.
Cool, that's going to be 2, which is the number of hunger dice I have.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I mean, that's
Sounds like Fee needs a vacation.
that's 3 successes on 2 dice, which means
Oh, you got a critical success?
I did,
You got a bestial success?
and they
Okay.
are both blood dice.
Okay. Minerva and Fee. All 4 of you feel a pulse go through you, through your blood. Fee and Minerva, you are not brought to your knees by this, but Genevieve and Victoria, you feel just an urge to drop down to one knee as your head is racked with something. And there is a voice that all 4 of you hear that only Genevieve recognizes. Not the weak, not the strong, only the chosen. Genevieve, you're pretty sure Osiris is awake. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. How's everybody feeling?
Hi, D. What the fuck?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, D,
literally
just, what the fuck?
I have been vibing for 3 hours. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct, Harper and Milan. Yes, those are appropriate reactions.
God bless.
God bless.
So,
God bless this
Yeah.
hot mess.
Let's
guys-
see here.
I believe that this puts us at the midway point of our season.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Rowan?
Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure my brother goes to college near where you are, so I'm just gonna call him real quick and tell him to
Okay, yeah.
go beat you up.
Fair.
Um,
Shout out.
yeah,
but
I'll be right back.
You all do gain an additional experience point. So all of you gain 2 experience points this session. Bo, that
Neat.
includes you off in the ether. Yeah. Welcome to the upper echelon, y'all. Y'all currently all hold the position of influence that your sires held at the beginning of the campaign.
You know this is like Fee's worst nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Is responsibility.
Ooh, does
Yeah.
that mean I get more books?
You get access to a lot more knowledge.
I want magic! I want magic! Oh yeah, this is a real bad Fortnite dance.
Barbie said if there's a way to play a wizard, I'm gonna play a fucking wizard.
It's very true. And on top of that, I believe since I confirmed it earlier today, I can announce this. Next week, it's going to be another episode of just our just our lovely coterie of folks, our normal cast of characters. But on February 10th, the next guest for Pale Cold Sun will be none other than the lovely Bella Boondoggles.
Boondoggles.
Triplet!
We're gonna have all three of the triplets.
You,
Triplet! Yeah!
The puns.
did you like command her specifically not to tell me, or?
No,
Did you not
because
know?
Are you
No!
telling her right
Oh.
no, because well, Bella's been on the list of who I want on the show for a while. But rather than have Bella keep that a secret from Rowan, I asked her literally 7 minutes after I joined the Zoom call.
now?
So she didn't know for sure that I wanted her on the show until today.
Yay.
Okay, you're safe for now.
Though Rowan will probably not be here because of the sheer amount of puns. They are going to take several points of psychic
No.
damage.
They'll be here.
It's okay. I have a
Suffer
whole
for
2
your
willpower left.
Yeah, Fee needs a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a whole night.
Fee needs a better composure score.
How does Minerva restore
Yeah.
willpower, or how do people in general restore
Well,
willpower?
people in general, I assumed is by sleeping, but because I'm not sleeping, it's not
Well,
coming back.
Willpower is not actually as regained as simply as sleeping. You have to indulge in things that are core to your character.
Ah!
So Fee needs like a full night where they do nothing but like club and like they're in their element, not stressed, indulging. That's an example of how Fee could restore willpower.
I think you told me this last week. And
Genevieve
then
has hobbies.
Wait,
Yep.
Does Victoria transferring making all of Jackson money's hers count as indulging in things she enjoys?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. My willpower's back. Yay!
it's
100%.
time for
Wonderful.
Minerva to read a book.
Yeah, it'll work for Minerva. Minerva can still totally regain willpower. Sure, 100%. But with that being said, let's
I
go
don't think
ahead
that's
and wrap up
Or
the
Korean.
session by doing a few more outros, starting on my right, if you're watching the stream, with Rowan. Rowan, go ahead and do your outro so I don't butcher your name, apparently.
Hi.
Fiorentino de Calza.
Thank you for joining us tonight, lovely people. I have been Rowan and sometimes Fiorentino de Calza, and always exhausted. You can find me on Twitter as @RedWhiteRP. I am a writer, streamer, sensitivity reader, and professional dice cruncher. You can find me every other Mondays on Everybody Crits for X Millennials and AU X-Men Mutants Masterminds game, where I play Marcus Masters, All-American Boy / Lightbulb. Tuesdays back on this channel here for Second City Saviors, a Masks game where I play Cassie Kalina, aka Hecate, a very sad witch girl. Thursdays, you can find me over on Chromatic Chimera for Olympus 2299, a Greek mythology-inspired cyberpunk game powered by the Apocalypse system called the Sprawl that I GM. We have 2 episodes left in that, so it should be very fun. I am also going to be a guest GM for the Emerald City Game Masters Guild's Galentine's Day charity event. I will be running a Monster Hearts game called Save the Last Dance. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please come give us some money that we can then give to charity. And then right down below me is my friend Alicia.
Hello, I am Alicia, or NG9 on Twitch, where I stream and oh, that's right. Hold on. My intro is worthless without this. Bear with me. One more. I know. I'm sorry. Where I play games and swear and have snakes and do puns. You can also follow me on Twitter at NG98, where I have snakes, do puns, and swear. Obviously, you can find me here on Wednesdays and then also on Thursdays for the Cypher game run by the lovely Kayla. Other than that, just follow me on Twitter to find out what I'm doing. And yes, I will murder you after this. Now on to my triplet. No.
Hello,
There we go.
it's me, Triplet, who wasn't desperately writing down everything that she does so that she doesn't flub this up. Hi, I'm Darby Pack. You can find me as @DarbyPack on Twitter. That's my real human name, but I'm actually a possum in a skin suit, so don't tell anyone. I co-host a podcast with my friend Harper, who's been in the chat as Harper Soda. It's called Chaotic Creations, where we take weird TTRPG character ideas and make weird TTRPG characters. You can catch us. We post new episodes every Wednesday at 9 PST. You can find us anywhere you can listen to podcasts and here on the Critical Misses channel. What? Which is pretty neato. This week we did my birthday episode because my birthday was on Monday and people wanted to celebrate that for some reason. So, yeah. You can also catch me on the Kids Table, which is on It's the Riddler, Dee's channel. Whatever. We play a variety of different games. And speaking of Twitch, Chaotic Creations also has its own Twitch channel. You can find us as Chaotic Pod on Twitch. It's not a podcast, but because Harper and I are huge nerds, we play different things. We do video games. Like this last Tuesday, I streamed for the first time by myself playing Darkest Dungeon, where I almost killed everyone on my team in one go and went broke. So that was great. Good fun.
Let's get into affiliate.
Yes, please do, because then you can spam we can get little Darby in as an emote and then put it on our channel. What else? I'm also part of the King's Guard, a officially Roll20 sponsored show on the Noir Enigmas channel with Anita and Dee, which are not where I'm pointing in directions that they are not on the VOD. So go sorry.
You just point
up and
other way.
Yeah. There we go. So catch us playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is pretty cool, and then System Crash in February.
Yeah.
Here at the Critical Misses channel. And last but not least, I'm playing here, Minerva, on Wednesdays under Pale Cold Sun. That's all the things I'm in! Ha ha!
Woo! Go possum go. And it's me. Hi, I'm Anita.
Give me a number, Anita.
Or Panita, or Critical Misses. So you can find me here on Tuesdays for Second City Saviors, here on Wednesdays for this game, and then Thursdays and Fridays you can find me in the chat as I am running tech for both the Cypher System game and Beyond the Twilight Road, which is our Zyhander game. Saturdays you can find me here for Morning Ritual, and our guest this week is Honey and Dice, and we're really excited to talk with Honey, because Honey's great. Sundays, you could find me over on Kobold Press's channel for Into the Southlands, which is a campaign that Noir is running based on the Southlands successful Kickstarter that Kobold Press just finished up. And I play Moonshine the Magnificent, who is a Ravenfolk artificer, birdificer, who is a delight and full of chaos, and uses the grease spell probably way more than she should. And that's me. You can follow me anywhere that you can follow me. You know where that is. And we'll throw it over to D.
Give me a number, Benito.
No.
Hi, I'm D. What's up, y'all? Hopefully everybody enjoyed the game tonight. I certainly enjoyed playing in it myself. My name is D. I am a actor, musician, professional GM for the Emerald City Gaming Guild, and I play Julian in Crimson Spires, a Woodsy Studios visual novel that you can find on Steam if you can't get enough of me doing vampire stuff. Man, my schedule just keeps getting fuller. I do a whole bunch of shit. On Mondays, you can usually find me on my channel for Kids Table. We're going to try and start doing that a bit more regularly as soon as I get my head out of my ass. On Tuesdays, I am here for Second City Saviors. On Wednesdays, I obviously do this. I also run tech in the mornings when we are going to be premiering the Chaotic Podcast episode every Wednesday. Or, maybe it comes out a little bit later. Doesn't matter. Just follow Critical Misses. You'll find out when it comes out. It's all good. And on Thursdays, I am in Kayla's wonderful Sentai game, which I can't wait to do my Captain America transformation in next time we play. On Fridays, I might sleep. On Saturdays, I definitely won't sleep. Basically, if you can't find me on Critical Misses, you can find me on Twitch. And if you want to know when to find me on Twitch, follow my Twitter. Come fuck with your boy. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for all the raids. We had so many raids. I love that the viewer point things like the boons and the banes have been weaponized. It's pretty great. Also, you know what? I'm going to start doing a thing because I do love the boons and the banes. I am going to start, if it is not a spoiler, I'm going to start revealing when the boons and the banes were played. So I think it's pretty obvious that Mercedes boon was that she managed to find the person who was about to stake Fee and didn't die in the process.
I'm sorry, would I have just been staked?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
my God.
That's
Oh,
You
fine.
guys-
I have a backup character ready.
You guys would have been waiting for Fee outside the Michigan Theater, and Fee would not have been there. Fee would be in Topor.
gee willikers.
I have a backup character. It's fine.
And the boon for Minerva was remembering that Charlie was itching before, like making the connection that you know, the little vision thing where they were hiding their neck in the first episode that Charlie appears. You know, they make sure that their neck is not visible. So that little vision thing was her boon. And then the bane was the fact that Charlie was streaming on Twitch and just shouting about the masquerade. So that was the bane. Charlie was gonna, like, you know, try and contact Minerva a regular way, but then there was a bane, so I was like, yeah, let's make the whole episode just anxiety now until they figure out what's happening.
Bold of you to assume that not every episode is anxiety. I can't
That is
remember a
true.
single episode where I didn't stand up on my chair a little bit.
That means I'm doing my job right. Hopefully in that time, our lovely leader has found us someone to raid.
Ah! That's important, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, let us go on a raid. Let's see who is streaming that we know.
For Sephiroth's stream.
Almost certainly Safi.
Yeah,
She's
we can go
always
raid
streaming
Safi.
because She doesn't
We love
sleep.
Safi, but guess what? Now the raid call, there's a command for it. But for
Oh,
some reason, it didn't
wow.
actually work properly. So, you know, just copy and paste that into the chat.
Hell yeah.
And then, hey, look at that. So, yeah, we're going to raid Sephiroth. And give her some love over there. And then Alicia can do her mod job duty over on that channel.
I can. It's true. As long as my snake stops trying to put her tail in my ear. Stop it.
Wow.
What, you don't
I
like that?
swear.
She
Does it
baby.
make does it make you irritable?
Mm.
She does that?
Yes. I'm very prone to ear infections. It would be really bad.
Yeah, it sounds pretty rough.
All right. So yeah, we are going to head on over to see Sephiroth. But yeah, we will talk to you all later. And Dee, you can do your the outro thing that you want to do.
Yes. So until next time, we will see you guys the next time the pale, cold sun rises.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.